I was waiting on my Jamaica horn, but hey, man, what it do? It is the morning run. NFL draft is behind us. NBA playoffs still taking place. And let me tell you what is ahead of us today. We got Cordell Stewart joining the show, baby. Slash will be in the building. We're going to get
That's
some
the
things
horn.
going. We got to start this thing off right. We got big dog Chico in the house tonight. Let's go.
Let's go. Runners, mount up. It is the morning run. TMR live. Big dog Chico, Uncle Neely coming into you with this great Monday damn morning. After the NFL draft, after NBA playoffs, Cordell Stewart going to the Colorado Hall of Fame. Uncle Neely then slapped him a couple of them. You feel me? I heard the news. I know what's going down in Jackson, but hey, shout out to everybody out there. Wherever you checking in from, put it in the chat right now. Let us know. We got some topics to cover today with a very special guest that you heard Uncle Neely say at the top right there. The man, the myth, the legend, Cordell Stewart will be joining us today in just a few minutes. So y'all stay tuned for that. Unc, what's up? What's shaking, man? How you doing?
Man, you know what to do. What's shaking? Potato chips or bacon. Let's see. On this Monday morning, bacon. They ain't talking about bacon bits, baby. We talking about the real thing with that fat on the side that curl up when you get the pain.
Those used to be so good.
Poplar Bluff, Missouri is in the house by way of Arkansas. Florida's in the building. Atmore, Alabama is in the building.
That's what jail's at.
Sacktown is in the building. St. Pete, Florida. Hey, man, you got Sacramento all the way to St. Pete is in the building. That's what I'm talking about. Montgomery the Gump is in the building. What it do? What it do? What it do? Chico. Mm-hmm. Before the playoffs even kicked off, I know we're finna get into the draft, but I told you Lakers in 5. I knew the Rockets would find a way to win 1, dog.
They gonna find. You said Lakers in 4.
No, I said Lakers in 5. I'm gonna let me see. You know what I gotta do. I'm gonna go rerun the tape.
Okay, all right. We'll give you that. Lakers in 5. Yeah. After going up, what was it? 3-0, going to game 4. KD still, going through his injuries or whatever. I figured, and we talked about this. I said, I think they could get a steal, these young guys, and the Lakers kind of laxing, in Houston. We can make it back to LA and close this thing out. And I think LeBron got a little rest that last game. But like he said, we can't be giving up all those turnovers, dog. When you have turnovers constantly and they're scoring off of those turnovers also, you'll end up losing that game each and every time. So we'll be all right.
That's what he said in the team meeting. I know you was in the team meeting.
Actually said that in post game press conference. So
I know you got all access pass to the Lakers. I just thought
something like that.
Well, I was just trying to tee it up for you, bro. I wasn't hating.
Mm-hmm. You'll see. I have my meta glasses probably in a couple days, so I'll be able to show.
You pull the Dukes over there.
What?
Possibly, more than likely. Shout out to Dukes, man.
Probably, likely, more than likely, somehow we'll make it happen.
I'll be there. Chico, the draft is behind us. NFL draft. I know we're gonna hop back and forth because we got to go through these playoff scores. But NFL draft is behind us. All the rounds are complete. Undrafted free agency then kicks off with a number of buffs immediately landing. Chico, what are your big takeaways from the complete totality of the NFL draft?
The complete totality of the NFL draft. All right.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, congratulations to all the guys that got drafted, all the hometown guys from the small towns and everything else, especially one from my hometown of Selma, Alabama. Shout out to Jeremiah Wright being drafted by the New Orleans Saints. I was trying to campaign for it to be drafted and go up there with Shedeur. That way I don't have to root for the Saints. You know what I mean? We got a little thing with the Saints, what they did last year. Yeah. So at this point, now I got to root for the damn Saints in some capacity because my dog down there. So shout out to Jeremiah Wright out of Auburn. Other than that, man, I think amazing draft. I I think the Cleveland Browns did their damn thing. Andrew Berry showed why he's the GM, and he did exactly what we talked about in maximizing the picks that he had. He turned those into some great draft picks, but also some future capital for the Cleveland Browns. So I think he did an excellent job. And that's my takeaway pretty much is that the Cleveland Browns stole the draft. I like what the Jets did. I like what your Cowboys did. Your Cowboys got one of my favorite players in the draft, another guy, Jay Sean Barham from the linebacker that came over from Michigan/Maryland. I saw him out here in the Polynesian Bowl with Travis Hunter. I said he's going to be a pro. It was him, Harold Perkins Jr., who got drafted by the Falcons, Walter Nolan, who was drafted by the Cardinals last year, Travis Hunter, Kevin Coleman, shout out to him also. So I saw some guys get drafted, and I like what the Cleveland Browns did so far. What you think, Unc?
Yeah, I concur with a lot of that, and I got a little more fish I'm gonna put in the skillet while the grease hot.
Mm.
Um,
Catfish whiteness.
I will start with with the Browns. Shout out to them. I thought they were one of my A grades. The total draft overall, I thought from a just eye popping, overwhelming generational talent level, this wasn't that draft. You had the availability or flexibility to make trades, trade back, get what you want by trading up or back or sideways. Because you didn't have like 30 guys coming out. It was like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? I got to get one of them 30 guys. You might have had about 10 like that. And after that, it was just a rummage sale. And in a rummage sale, you can find what suits you. It may not look good on nobody else. Chico, I remember the time I tried to tuck my jogging pants into my long socks like Prime do, and I looked like a damn fool. Because that ain't for me. It looks good on him, but do not work on me. And I think this is a draft where you were able to go out there and get what you needed. And I think the Browns did that. Like they have set the stage to start Shedeur Sanders. If you're going to do all these moves, you need to start the best quarterback available. I got two more A's. One, I'm going to sound biased, Chico, but it is what it is. I say that for last. I think the Raiders get an A. Yeah, I think that I can't hear you no more, but I think the Raiders get an A.
Okay.
I like what they've done in the offseason, right? Like they got a quarterback. They got a new quarterback that he get a season to learn and can go in if need be. And they have drafted young pieces around him to be successful for the future. They don't have to try to win right now. They have a team that they can grow. And then finally, I thought the other A was I got two more A's actually. So let me give one more before I give my home team. It's easy for me to give the Jets an A because the Jets need everything. And I think they went out and added pieces that can help them be a better franchise. And then finally, Cowboys were my A. Got to get better on defense and made big splashes on defense with guys that can help you right now. Overall, I think everybody during the draft did what they needed to do. Like for instance, when you look at like just division kind of stuff, we don't know what the quarterback situation is going to be in Atlanta. I think that New Orleans Saints are still a couple of years behind. Tampa Bay lost some weapons in the offseason and got to rebuild that team kind of offensively. So that means, man, like here come the Panthers.
And I like what they did too. Shout out to them. They got a big time wide receiver going the other side of Tetairoa McMillan. Wide receiver Brazil out of Tennessee. I like what they did. Shouts out to Colton Hood going to the Giants. I think that was a great pick also from him. Shout out to Pastor E. Dewey Smith and the whole Hood family. And his mom has Selma ties. He's from my hometown, actually. So, I found that out doing Prime Parents with them. So shout out to them. Man, we got another. That's two people with Selma, Alabama ties that's going into the NFL draft, man. Just want to give that shout out. That ain't normal, huh?
I'm driving 55 north, and I think I'm going to Memphis. But every time I look up, I see an exit that say Chico because all roads gonna lead back to Chico. Him and Michael Irvin. I don't care what story they get to. Somehow it's gonna get back to Michael Irvin and Chico. You gotta love them.
Hey, baby. Hey, I did. You know what? Let me just. All right, let's take it back to Jackson. Then this road gonna lead back to Jackson. You want that? You ready for that?
Oh man, hey, ain't no better place, God's country.
Bam, Jackson, Mississippi's own. You know what I mean? Out of Jackson State University, and they had several get picked up in undrafted free agency, and the Browns are signing Jackson State wide receiver Janaylon Dupree. Shout out to him.
You have just become a Browns fan.
I mean, I'm a Shedeur Sanders fan. And
Nah,
yes,
nah,
I've
nah,
been a
here we
Cleveland
go. Here
Browns
we go.
fan for a long time, though.
I'm a Shedeur Sanders fan.
Okay, well, I like what they're doing to build around Shedeur Sanders because I'm looking out for his
Nah,
success also.
you're a
And
fan. You're a fanboy. Just own it, man. Just say you're a Browns fan.
I'm a Browns fan because I
There
was
we go.
gonna get there.
Now, why would I
Because
say
I've been
you were one? Why when I said you were one, you try to fight it?
because you trying to say it in a condescending way. You feel
You
me?
look, hold on, dog.
My last name
Browns
Cleveland. I've been rooting for the Browns for a long damn time, dog.
Browns fan and condescending go hand in hand. Like if you've been a Browns fan a long time, I don't have to try to make it condescending. Like, hey, you're a Browns fan. Shout out to Shedeur.
Man.
That's some
I've been
I
rooting
would say
for with
this,
a paper
man,
bag over my head, but now we can do it openly. You know what I mean?
I will say this, dog, for real. If the Browns start Shedeur, if he gets OTAs and gets control of minicamp and all that to prepare, Browns make the playoffs this year.
It really can. But
yeah, I mean they're much like what we were just saying about Carolina. Nobody is running away with that division.
mm-hmm.
The Steelers ain't going to bounce back this year. Get it while it's hot, dog.
Is Aaron Rodgers coming back?
See, that's what I mean. You got all these question marks like that, like new coach, new systems, new philosophy. Like, okay, we got to go down.
I mean, a lot of teams got a new coach, new system. You know, Harbaugh, Monken across the league. I don't think
And
that's going to be
a question mark at quarterback.
But when that quarterback comes back, that it won't be a question mark. You saw how he come back when he want to come back. He Aaron Rodgers, 40 plus.
If he do what he did last year, Browns make the playoffs.
I hope the Browns make the playoff regardless.
I sure can't hear it.
But
I can't tell. It's just like 2 weeks ago when I said Lakers are fan. Oh no, man, Luka hurt.
I'm just being real about it. I said I don't
know.
The
most unhappy damn fan I know.
No, we just got to see what LeBron was going to do, and look what LeBron did. Now with the Browns, we have to see.
You done seen it 20 years.
We have to see what the Browns are going to do. We've seen it 20 years too, but we got to see what the Browns are going to do because things have changed. You got a new coach, new system, and you have Shedeur Sanders at quarterback. The question is though, who's going to be the starter? Because I think that's still up in the air. They drafted a quarterback who set combined measurable records, but also you have a quarterback in Deshaun Watson, Shedeur Sanders that we got to talk about at the end of this show to see who's going to be that starter. Because a lot of things online right now saying that, or polls online leaning towards Deshaun. Some say Shedeur, some say Trey Dillon. We're going to talk about that before the end of the show. How about that?
You got that money play. Let me give a quick shout out, man, to Coach Prime Deion Sanders. Because what y'all be sleeping on, y'all be wanting to sit there and count like the draft picks from Colorado, which, hey, none got drafted this year, but look how many went undrafted free agents immediately. But let's also do this. Look at the number of people that he has coached or recruited that did get drafted. Kevin Coleman got drafted to Missouri. How you think Kevin Coleman got Jack State?
Exactly. Yep.
How you think Colton Hood got to Colorado? Deion Sanders.
Yep.
Man, when you put the final number down of people that Deion Sanders has look at the Chico, look at molded or touched at some point, it's over 10 of them.
Yeah, you got guys in the league now. And shout out to the Buffs who are going, who got signed for either camp invites or going to rookie camp. You know, you go Caden Salter, you got Arden Walker, you got Preston Hodge, you got Xavier Hill, Amari McNeil, Keaton Wade, Anquin Barnes, Sincere Brown. All of these guys, I think it might be, is it two more? Might be two more also. I think all of these guys are getting invites to the NFL. So, hey, man, that's another one more on Coach Prime right there.
I'm also leave you this as I rock my Tougaloo college baseball cap. I believe you this. No HBCU players got drafted this year. However, when you look at the most recent players who have been drafted from HBCUs or played at an HBCU, Isaiah Bolden out of Jackson State, prime. Shedeur Sanders, Travis Hunter, Jack State, Colorado Prime. Kevin Coleman, Jackson State, ultimately Missouri, all touched by Prime. I'm just saying, Chico. Y'all can make up your own opinions, but you can't make up your own facts.
That's right. That's right. That's my boy Bubba. You say
Chico,
down here in Selma.
what the green room looking like? What the green room look like? We got
Are we
somebody
about to
back there
bring it
yet?
on? About to tee this thing up. We got a legend stepping in. You want to do the intro? I'll let you do the intro this time. I think I got it last time, so you could do the honors this
Man,
time.
my guy. He in so many damn Hall of Fames now I can't even count them. But my favorite title for him, Chico, you know what my favorite title for him is? He's my second favorite Q. See, Tremaine Jackson came on and bumped up to my number one favorite Q. So, hey, Coach Prairie View. That Slash was my favorite Q. Then he got bumped down. My second favorite Q, Colorado Hall of Famer, Colorado quarterback, Cordell Stewart, morning run.
That's
Neely, you
damn
can't,
right.
you can't even stand it. You can't even stand yourself. Man. You can't stand yourself. You can't stand yourself. You know I'm your favorite Q. You
That's
know
right.
it.
Hey man, you know,
You,
man, we got to make Coach Jackson feel good, man. Come on, don't do that.
he said, oh, he
Let him
said,
get,
a
can he get a
little
couple
bit.
weeks at number one? I mean, you done had 104 weeks at number one. Can Tremaine get a couple weeks?
I need some more. I need some more. I'm not. I want some more.
And they're wrong with
It's
that.
abundance
Want to
of
stay
number
at the
ones.
top, baby.
Hey man, and trust me, to be able to continue to do it, it's not easy now. It's a lot of work.
Yeah,
A lot of work.
yeah,
What's
yeah.
good, baby? Everything good?
Man, you got it. How you feeling? How the golf game? How's life?
It's good. You know, I just came up here to Bridgestone. I had to get some stuff done in my clubs. You know, I'm playing on that pro tour with all the different sports. You got football, baseball, basketball, and hockey. And we go out and play at different venues. Like we played at Indian Wells once, out in Palm Springs. We played at Grand Cypress in Orlando, Fallen Oaks in Mississippi. Now we got Savannah Harbor, which is down in Savannah, Georgia. We got to go there now. So, you know, coaching at high school at South Forsyth High School. We got a meeting today at 4 o'clock. So, you know, just staying busy, brother. Just staying busy.
Hey, talk to us about that real quick now,
Yeah.
because the last time you're on, you were just getting ready to embrace that role. I know you had to do some rebuilding there and that kind of thing. How was that season coaching, Coach Slash?
Yeah, it was good, man. You know, it's a lot of progress, but when you have a team that hadn't really won much throughout its still the last 10, maybe 15 plus years, you know, the thought process of football becomes kind of secondary because now all of a sudden you got the the lacrosse team that's really good. They go into state championships. You got the soccer team that's good. So you fall into that matrix of how that works. And kids are great. Kids give you all the effort in the world. But you know, to compete up north, you know, with all the different schools, you got Walton up there. You got Grady, not Grady. You
Mm-hmm.
have Grayson. I'm sorry, Grayson. You got all of those different schools up there, man, that are really, really, really good schools where these kids, with the changing of being able to go to different places, it's so big to the point where, you know, a kid can go to a school that's a district over and he lives in the same area. So it's kind of hard to keep them. And the ones you have, you just got to make sure the nucleus and the base of that crew is really good and sound and bringing in your philosophy and all that good stuff. It matters. So it takes some time. And the kids had a great year. A lot of our kids were the best in the region in a lot of cases, a few scholarships, but we only had 2 dubs. You know, had but 2 years. I think they had 2 wins over the past 3 years prior to us, and we got two
Yeah.
in one season. We was on the right. We was going the right trajectory. Had the right trajectory going, but it's just they were just too much better than what we were, honestly. And you know, just got to keep on working, man. Just keep on working. Ain't not gonna
Absolutely.
change. Ain't not gonna change. You know how it goes. Always about the process. Just keep building. Keep building.
What's your favorite part about getting back into, going back to coach the young guys?
Well, you know, I did it 5 years at my son's high school in North Atlanta, coaching quarterbacks and receivers, and then all of a sudden I got a chance to be a volunteer OC. You know, it's when you have kids that really want it and they'll do anything to be there. They don't make any excuses. It's not driven by just success, but it's driven by wanting to just be there. That's a whole different type of love affair, man. A lot of kids lose and they make excuses and they whine and it's somebody else's fault and they play the role of a victim. These kids don't do that. These
Mm.
kids love coming to work in a sense and say, yes, sir, no, sir, thanks, coach. I appreciate you, coach. And it makes and when I tell you they give you the effort, I'm not saying the kids aren't good. It's just when you're playing against kids on the offensive line at 6'5", 280 pounds,
Yeah.
sophomores. Kid got offers. And
Yeah.
then your kid on the D line, it's 6'2", 255 to 60 pounds, and their smallest guy on the offensive line is 6'4", 250, maybe two. That's a different type of 250
Yeah.
compared
Hmm.
to a 6'3" kid, 250. And it's all of them that's that nice that you're going up against all the time. Whether it's North Forsyth, West Forsyth, East Forsyth, all of those kids. They just and now you're asking these kids to do something they've never been able to do or they never seen before, and it's like you have to kind of digress a little bit or kind of pull back a little bit on your expectations and just start working on the fundamentals. And as you
Hmm.
build on the fundamentals and not letting your my Hall of Fames cause their process and their growth to be stunted because I'm expecting too much,
Yeah.
but meet them where they are and constantly keep taking one step at a time to help build their character, their confidence. That's the part. Because when you're not winning,
Hmm.
what's the thing that's the most fragile? It's your confidence. Right. So now you got to get into their heads of understanding that look, this is month such and such. We're looking to see by this month, let's see where we are and allow them to see through film their progress.
Hmm.
And as they can see their own progress, then they start having expectations.
Yeah.
So you got to start playing with the mental of even your expectations from them, even though you may be at home scratching your scalp all day, every day. But in front of them, you're steadily allowing them to grow into understanding what it is that they can do to where they then have their own expectations. To then we
Hmm.
pile on top of that and give our expectations.
Hmm.
And then you just keep on building, right? It's the process, it's the progress, and the journey. You can't build Rome in a day. It takes time. You get more people to do it with you and have a better understanding. Because sometimes coaches get to the point where they want the kids to do something they can't do.
Yeah.
Mm.
You understand what I'm saying? Like it's
Yeah.
impossible. You see the kid has two left feet. Let's make sure we put him on the left side because we want him to stop him from going outside. We want him to go inside. So let him use those left feet to hold the ground on the left side, if
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
And, and
Yeah.
and go from there. And if this other kid got two right feet, you put him on the right side. So he can hold it right to outside. So you force that to the inside to the linebackers and the one techniques and stuff like that. So it's not hard, but it can be if you're not paying attention.
Well, Coach Slash, let me ask you this about that process, and then we're gonna get into the Colorado Hall of Fame and your thoughts on the
Okay,
draft
okay,
and
okay,
thoughts on
okay,
the fall. But let me
okay.
get this from you. Where was that learning curve for you? Because I watched it with Prime and a lot of his staff over the years, where you got to learn I got to look for me in these guys, but don't expect me out of
That's a balancing act, right? That's the beautiful thing about coaching. You're always learning how to coach.
them. Hmm.
Mm.
There's no one coach been a great coach overnight. Not one. Whether it's Vince Lombardi to Bill Cowher to Nick Saban, you have to start somewhere, right? And so the kids teach you how to coach.
Mm.
You don't just go coaching and because you see yourself, and then when you see these kids, you expect to get something out of them like that. You're gonna hurt yourself as a coach. You're not gonna be able to progress. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you have to learn. And I want to say this, respectfully. Michael Jordan said it right. He learned through his losing.
Mm.
Yeah.
If you try enough times, eventually you're gonna get it.
Mm.
But you got to put yourself in position to try. So if you fail enough times, eventually something's got to give at some point in time. And as long as you allow those kids to learn what failing is, it doesn't mean it's over. It
Yeah.
just means how do we do the corrections, right? We sometimes get afraid to talk about fail and losing. Because we become overachievers of understanding where we come from, right?
Mm.
But learning from where you come from, you learn how not to do certain things anymore, right? But you had to go through that first to learn. You don't just become great and just forget about your moderate beginnings. I don't
Mm-hmm.
want to say small because we like to say small too often. I'm gonna say moderate because all we knew is what we knew, right?
Mm.
And because when you make it, we try to lessen or degrade. No, 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 no. Mine was moderate. It was what it was. It's all I knew. It's how I was taught.
Yeah.
And if you can take those moderate beginnings to show these young kids that I had to start somewhere too before, to then all of a sudden my last win was being a Colorado State Hall of Famer. I didn't just get there by waking up. I got there by starting my moderate beginnings. And
Yeah.
when you start in those moderate places, now that you become a coach, you're not a player no more. You're now a teacher. Then once you become a teacher, on game day is when you coach. You don't coach all
Yeah.
day, every day. I don't believe in that philosophy. I believe in teaching these kids to understand what it is you want them to understand. And respectfully, because of what your run has been in your journey to be successful, there's a lot of data through all of those coaches that where information was given to you, and all you try to do is be you in all of those different places, right? Because there won't be a whole bunch of primes, there won't be a whole bunch of slashes, there won't be a whole bunch of Mike Pritchards and Jerry Rices, but we can pull something from each one of those things to where when I got Rick Neuheisel my senior year, and I
Mm.
knew he coached Troy Aikman at UCLA when he left Oklahoma as an option quarterback. He went to UCLA. And all he used to tell me was if I was just as good, if not better than. And he always told me that to where we threw that skinny route, that one he threw to Michael Irvin all the time, regardless if it was press coverage of all coverage.
Yeah.
And all he had to allow me to do is see myself do it a couple times and
Yeah.
challenge me to throw it differently a few times. To the point where once we did it, we ended up doing it against Wisconsin that one time, and we ended up throwing like a 40, 50-yard touchdown on the skinny
Mm.
route to Mike off of doing it a certain way. And so now once you keep creating this behavior and you're being told that you can do it a certain way, you may in your mind's eye and in your spirit feel like you're doing it just like him. But when you go on film, you don't look nothing like him. But in your head, you feel like you can do it like that, right? And so
Yeah.
Yeah.
if that becomes your template or your inspiration, then you just keep on doing it over and over again, and you don't remove yourself from that place to where you gonna end up drinking the Kool-Aid and you gonna get drunk off of it, and you gonna end up doing it just like him. For as
Mm-hmm.
your success and the consistency and things of that nature. So, you just have to. I don't want to use the word brainwash, but there's a little brainwashing going on in there, right?
It
Mhm.
is.
To where if you start getting that confidence enough, man, and then you also create that tough love of letting them understand that that's still not enough because there's somebody out there better than you.
Yep.
When you think you the man, there's somebody out there better than you. And I'm not even talking about just your team. I'm talking about within your
Mm-hmm.
conference, the region of your conference, to the whole entire league, the whole entire league. And so when you can get at the top of the food chain of that, but you got to start at those moderate beginnings and you have to embrace it. And you just have to consistently just get better. And for me, I'll let you guys ask you next question because I can keep going forever. But for me, it's the unknown that makes me want to work hard. I can say I'm my own legend all day long. But if I can't beat that dude across from me in practice, how the hell am I gonna beat the dude across from me when we playing the games?
All right.
If I can't, and if I think I'm the best, and I haven't proven that daily, let alone weekly, to then get that recognition nationally, I still got more work I got to do. I still got more work I got to
Mm-hmm.
do. In this era, that yelling and screaming and talking about them, you got to be careful because you might lose a kid here and there.
Mhm.
But if you could get them between the ears of understanding what they need to do to allow them to even tell you, coach, my bad. And then after it become my bad, then it has to be, I got to pull you out of there because I need you to understand the tough love of this game derives around you doing it over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, the right way, over and over again. Because you only go back to what you know when times get tough and you have to deal with it,
Yeah.
having to endure,
That's
right?
right.
Right?
Yep.
Creature of habits, right? If I go home every day and I play the video game, I'm gonna be really good at it. But if I go home to recover and get some rest and eat the right foods and, have me some fun and enjoy my life, but yet come to work every day to get 1% better every single day, to know that that's still not good enough, man, are you ready for that run?
Yeah.
Mm.
Are you ready for that run? I was told I was an option quarterback, Neely. I was told I run to run. But I
Yeah.
had two 1,000-yard receivers on my team in 1992 with a tight end caught over 500 yards. And that was the fourth time it was done in college football history
Mm.
in 1992. But I was told I was an option quarterback and I run the run.
Well, who
I'm
threw
just
him the
saying.
ball?
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. And so for me, it wasn't even a question of who was throwing it. It was like, okay, I'm gonna like my dad used to tell you when it was time to discipline time. I'm gonna show you better than I can tell you.
You ain't lying.
I'm gonna show you better than I can tell you. And so, because the narrative and the perception of being an option quarterback, oh, you can't throw it, you can't do it. But I had two 1,000-yard receivers in one season, and it was only done by some Pacific team, and the Houston Cougars, where Andre Ware, I think, was the quarterback, and they were back in the
Yeah.
day. They were
Jason
throwing that
Phillips.
thing across the yard, bro, like it was normal. And
Yeah.
we became that four tandem in college football history. There was only three teams that ever do it prior to that in college football history. And I had two in that 1 year after being told I was an option quarterback. But, here we are.
Here we are. And we
Here we
got
are.
to, speaking of quarterbacks, before we go to the Hall of Fame, let's talk about, we could talk about the draft with the Steelers. But, Unc said, I'm a, adopted Cleveland Browns fan. So we got to go to Shedeur in
It's all
Cleveland
right. It's
right
all
now.
right, man. Don't worry about it. Take your time. Come on. And don't make you a bad guy. We gotta root for somebody, don't we?
You got to root for somebody, right? I got an excuse. My last name Cleveland, so I've been kind of rooting for the Browns for a long time.
It's gonna be all right
Shamefully,
though, man.
but I've
It's
been.
gonna be all right.
Yeah.
It's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right.
So
We got counseling. We got counseling.
what you think about this? If you were, I'm gonna put you in the GM position,
Come on.
right now, you have a quarterback you're paying a boatload of money to coming off an injury in Deshaun Watson. You've seen what he could do in the past, right? But you have a guy, Shedeur Sanders, you drafted in the 5th round, but played very well last year, had shown a lot of promise. How do you handle their QB situation coming into this season, knowing that they just drafted a quarterback who broke a lot of combine athletic records, and you still have a guy you drafted in the 3rd round? You're not going to keep 4 quarterbacks. What do you think? How do you handle that situation?
Ain't that a hot mess in Cleveland? Ain't that a hot mess, man?
That who created Cleveland?
They did that. That's not nobody
Yeah.
else's fault. I mean, Shedeur made it. Well, let me say this about Shedeur. Shedeur get drafted. What, 6th round, 5th round, 6th round? Which one was it? If I remember.
5th, 144.
Okay, drafted 144. It is what it is. It is what it is. I don't like to make excuses and blame nobody else, but it is what it is. And the reason I say it is what it is because when he got in the game and played last year, he handled his business. All right, he handled his business. He handled himself like a veteran. He embraced it, which is going to do nothing but add fuel to the fire for him. And he's proven, considering when you are a 5th rounder, that first of all, in the eyes of how they perceive it, he should be on a roster,
Mm.
have an opportunity to potentially compete for a starting job. Now, Deshaun Watson, from a business standpoint, he's in the driver's seat because of dollars and cents. But we know who Deshaun Watson can be based on what we've seen him do. The Gabriel situation, no, I'm not. We don't even address that one. That's him. He has to figure it out. I don't know. See, again, when you get to the National Football League level, there's a lot of politics because that's the money portion, and then that's the athletic ability, which is the one that we all come from, right? Um, there's only 2 quarterbacks I see out of those 3 on that roster. That's Deshaun Watson and Shedeur. That's it. Shedeur has time. He has time. I've seen this ride at the state fair or Six Flags many times.
Mm-hmm.
Is you allow Deshaun Watson to do his thing, and Shedeur, who I know he probably respects Deshaun, I know he does, um, get a chance to learn from that. Now, if Shedeur goes out in the preseason and he balls out, if he gets his chance to run with the ones, it is what it is. I think there's some value in Deshaun if they choose to let him go somewhere else. If somebody would love to grab him, if he shows his body is healthy enough to maintain and sustain whatever it is that he has going on with him, kind of deal. Uh, but Shedeur murkies up the water a lot after
Mm.
going out there doing what he did. He makes it hard for them after picking Gabriel as the third in the third round, and Shedeur is sitting here at the third round. But yet you chose
Mhm.
this kid, but then this man come up in the fifth round and he balls out the way he did. Cleveland Browns doing Cleveland Brown stuff, right? So, it's not his fault. It's not his fault. It's not Shadeur's fault that he exceeded based on his placement, everyone's expectations. Because again, remember, it is what it is. I was drafted in the second round. I beat the Kerry Collins. I beat the Ty Collins. I beat the late Steve McNairs, and they were drafted before me. You had Kerry
Mm.
Collins who went one, Steve McNair went two, and you had Ty Collins who we beat in the Michigan game. He went three, and I went to four quarterback. So all Shedeur has to do is just be ready, as we know he can be and will be. But I just think the lay of the land, it's no one's fault of all them quarterbacks but the Cleveland Browns, because this is how they
Absolutely.
orchestrated. That's how they orchestrated this thing. And so
Yeah.
your circumstances doesn't have to be the problem. It doesn't have to be. Uh, it can fall in your favor. Um, it's just the
Yeah.
politics of it. I think with the Deshaun Watson piece of if he's healthy, you've got to give him a chance. And then
Yeah.
Shedeur do what he's done and just be ready to go. And guess what? If that happens and Gabriel's not there, guess whose job is it ends up becoming?
Mm-hmm.
Shadeur's.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It
And
becomes
slash one,
Shadeur's.
you talked about that political part of it, and the political part of it, as you mentioned, is the money part of it. With the money part that Watson is on the books, if nothing else, you got to let him show something this summer to see if somebody else will want him off your books.
There
Yeah,
you go.
because
Because
you because you
if
because he
he
has to
doesn't
show
get
you some value.
a chance to quote unquote play any, he's not attractive to somebody else.
That's right, because
Right.
there's still a value there, right? There's still a value.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and so it's the game in which we have to play where, it is what it is. And but if anything I have to say about that situation is Gabriel don't belong there.
Mm.
Yeah.
It's just that simple. I don't care. It just doesn't belong there because Shedeur has outplayed him.
Yeah.
And in worst case scenario, if you want to call it that, he galvanized the entire organization and the
Mm-hmm.
fan base. I mean, you got people in the seats. I'm sorry, that's a part of it, but and of course the proof is in the pudding of you having to work and win, because winning is everything. It's not just something, it's everything. You get people in the seats and things of that nature, but if you ain't winning, it's so. But I think with Shadeur's understanding of the game, what he's proven that he can do, uh, whether it's high school, Jackson State, coming to Colorado, going into, he's proven that he has game and he has that it factor, and it's just he has to get his feet wet of becoming a veteran in the National Football League. That was just a small sample size of what the league can offer and also what Shedeur can offer. So once they get tape on you, then it's you're not playing DB or running back or wide receiver. You're playing quarterback now in the National Football League. And once they get tape on you, man, they start throwing everything under the sun after you at you. And that's why I said let Deshaun have that run. Shedeur, it's no rush. There's no
Right.
rush. The boy, your
Right.
kid got money. He has the DNA. He has it in him to be a baller. We know this. But I think there's a side that causes us to all have to be patient to see how that thing unfolds, with allowing the business side and the political side to do what it does, to then go where it happens. Because we never know. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially when it's the Browns, you never know.
the
Slash,
You
let
know,
me
Browns
I,
ask
and
you,
see,
I no,
man.
I just realized I asked a Steeler and a former Raven about the Browns. I should have known how
yeah,
he was
come
going
on,
to answer that
man.
thing.
You
And
knew
he
me
answered it
how you knew
truthfully.
me how those
He
things.
could be former YMCA. He gonna answer truthfully. The Browns did this to
He
the
said
Browns.
former, he said
And then you
former
got Uncle.
YMCA. I like that one.
Yeah, just
Hey,
hey,
hold on,
Slash.
hold on. But
Let me.
let me ask this question. But what's the mascot of that YMCA team? Because the Cleveland Browns are the Dogs, and Pittsburgh Steelers the Steelers. What would that mascot for that YMCA team be, Neely?
Uncle
The
Neely.
the big dog Chicos.
That would be Uncle Neely.
And he loved performing the song too. Hey,
Woo, my man.
Slash. Let me ask you this, dog. Like
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Louisiana, down Marrero, New Orleans, played
Mhm.
college Colorado, drafted by the Steelers, played with the Bears, Ravens as well, living in Georgia. Now, all these places you've been, what is it like when the state of Colorado calls you up and say, hey, we want to put you in our Hall of Fame?
Yeah, that's it's officially home for real, for real. Like it's home.
Yeah.
That's I've always claimed it. But I'm in everybody's living room. I'm everybody's favorite. I mean, when you go into Colorado Sports Hall of Fame, that's way up there. Like as in there's a multitude of sports in that state. You're there. You know what it is. You got fishing, you got shooting, you got boomeranging, you got snowmobiling, you got boogie boarding on the snow. Pick it. I
Yeah,
mean,
because
it's
they
not
outside.
enough. You got
It's
it,
an outside state.
bro. It's everything under the sun, and it's not just college. It's also the Jokic of the world that's in there.
Mm-hmm.
Other sports figures, females and males. And so when you get a chance to receive that award, that's bigger than the institution. When you start, well, I had to Google it to figure out, what that was. And I just love that state, man. I just love the people in it. It's if you've never been there before, your horizons will change immediately once you get there and you get to experience the lifestyle of what Colorado has to offer. It's breathtaking, and it's appreciated because it's not so much an award, it's a reward, right? And
Mm,
when you put in that
I like that.
work, the reward is it's being said in every household in the state that we see you and we appreciate you. Um, and all I can say is thank you. Sometimes being given your flowers allows you to go back in time and remember the work put in. You know, um, and when you get to the point where you're on that level, where it encompasses every single sport from little league to the highest levels of sport, the professionals, and you in there with John Elway, man, you play too much. Y'all
Yeah,
clowning.
I like the way you framed that, man, because I hadn't considered that. I remember hitting you up when it was announced, and I had considered that. Yeah, I mean, this is every sport in Colorado. That includes the Nuggets, the Avalanche, the pro teams, the Olympic training villages in Colorado, all the colleges that are in Colorado, the high schools as well. So it's not just like a CU, and that's not to diminish the CU Hall of Fame, but it's
No, no,
not a
no, no,
college
no, no,
award.
no.
This is
Yeah,
every sport that's ever taken place in the state Hall of Fame.
ever, ever, ever. So when you get in there, it makes you proud to know that people acknowledging you, man. Like I want flowers, bro. Life is about abundance of joy and excitement and winning. I
Yeah.
want to keep winning, bro. Ain't nobody got time to be held back because of someone else's, issues and no, you got to go through what do they call it? The you know, criterias and what is it? Like bro, once you get in, that means the people remember. I'm glad I'm still here to get it, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Because look at Rashawn,
Yep.
look at Coach Mack, people that we love tremendously in that
Yeah.
state. Give them to me now, man. Don't make me wait. Stop making me wait.
Mm.
I don't feel like I'm like all that waiting. For what? When Chan Gailey, who I had in Pittsburgh, really good man. He coached John Elway when he was with the Broncos. And he gave me something. And I forever will stand by this. And I'm never gonna become impatient and I'm never gonna deal with peer pressure. And I'm always staying on my square, which is not about who's right, it's about what's right.
Mm.
It's not about who's right, it's about what's right. And when you do what's right, you can go to sleep at night. And I rest good. I rest real good. real good.
Love that.
And when you get that kind of stuff, man, that's to me, that's the reward for just doing my part. It's a lot of people and a lot of different facets involved in this thing. And it was earned too. It wasn't given to me. It was earned. I had to go take it and get it. I went to a school at the time where there was a lot of first round draft choices on there. Whether
Mm-hmm.
it's the B enemies, whether it's the Alfred Williams, whether it's the Mike Pritchards, it's a lot of whether it's the Leonard Renfros on the D line, whether it's the Greg Beakerts. I can go on with the name, the Chad Browns. Like I went to an institution where they just came off of winning 2 national championships in 3 years. 88, they got it. Miami got it in 89. Colorado got it in 90. So the competition was stiff. They just got one of my great friends, Vance Joseph, out of state of New Orleans, out of state of Louisiana. I'm sorry. I think he went to 2 state championships 2 out of 3 years. And I was recruited by Colorado. Do you know how hard that is? And then Darren Hagan was there, who just was a part of getting those teams. Bro, we were loaded. There was
Yeah.
no spurts of, you got him and then the line of them is, you got to get rid of them to bring in somebody else because of this new transfer portal. No, 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 no. It was stiff. And then you had that conference where you had the people like the Barry Sanders and the Thurman Thomases coming out of there.
Mm-hmm.
You had all those great players, the Bosworths. Like the competition in the Big Eight was like the SEC is today. That's who we were back then. And it was really just 3 schools. And so then you think about being an all-purpose leader in yards. Man, you had Thurman Thomas and Barry Sanders in that conference, bro. That was special teams players, running backs, and receivers. And them dudes are Hall of Famers in the National Football League. And I end up being all-purpose leader in yards. Crazy. Lost 2. I think I lost only 2 conference games in my career.
Yep.
I want some more flowers,
Right.
man. Y'all got some?
Well, I guess I bump you back up to favorite Q. So
there you go. See what I'm saying? I just have to win you over a little bit. I got him. Brother Cleveland, I got him. He can't go nowhere. I got him.
Chico, your mic off.
Chico, I'm gonna give him a big hug when I see him next time. I give one of them Q hugs. You need to get that once in a while.
That's right.
You need a Q hug because he got all that red stuff on him over there. I'm so sorry.
Hey, Chico, I know you finna ask something, but I gotta tell Slash something why he buddied up with you.
Uh-oh.
The Qs are still circling around the projects looking for Chico because they was out there step practicing. And he go yell out his window, "Y'all need to cut all that damn noise out." But he wouldn't identify who he was, so they still riding around looking for him.
You know what, man? Chico,
that's a true story, though.
Hey, look, because you brave enough to do it, man. You probably allowed to go to the cookout because you got
See
some bravery.
that? That's what I'm talking about.
Be the brother, you got to have some bravery to be the brothers now.
Yeah.
You got to have some bravery.
Chico, what you yell at that window, Chico?
No, they was out there just stepping, Cordell. They was just out there stepping. I'm like, why is they practicing outside my window? And all you hear is, hiya. You know what I mean? So I said, okay. I said, all right. They don't see me up here. I'm just going to yell out my window.
You had the window open with the screen right there. You
had the window, the window that slide like this, that flap open, so they can't see. I said,
ooh, yeah,
boy, they turned around and looked up. I come outside, I see them ride around, look like on Boys in the Hood when they were hanging out the window looking. All I see is purple shirts hanging out the window looking.
all you did, Chico, is got a part of the festivities, man. The guys love that you allowed yourself to be a part of the festivities, man. You all right. You'll be all right. You're all right, Chico. But them newts over there, the red people.
Nah, I couldn't wear red back in the day, Cordell, so I couldn't.
Let me be honest with you. I ain't gonna lie to you. Real talk. Red was my favorite color, though. It always was. Like, I promise to God, like almost like Oklahoma red. Like I guess they call it crimson. I guess. I mean,
crimson.
Yeah. There's a little more brighter. They're more fire engine red.
They can.
But it's but that's not Oklahoma. That's not Oklahoma's red though.
That kind of like my pen.
There you go. A little darker.
I like my drink. Which one you want?
Yeah.
But
I used to be in love with
my
that,
marker.
Man. Yeah, I'd be in love with that, man. That color was my.
How did you? Well, let's ask this then. How did you even decide to join the Omega fraternity? or the Fraternity
Well,
of Omega Psi-Phi. How do you
you
pronounce it
got
so I don't say anything disrespectful?
Omega Psi-Phi Fraternity
Just
Incorporated, sir.
Incorporated, 1911.
Incorporated, sir. Yeah, 19. There you go. There you go. So you're chosen, right? You're chosen. So I became one of the chosen ones, and that's how I got in because I was chosen.
That's right.
You can't. Once your opportunity comes, you got to take advantage of it. A lot of people love to have an opportunity to be a part of that life, that chosen way of life, but only a few. Only a few are selected, brother. So it's kind of hard. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard to be a part of that life when what we're about and what we do. And, we're really about that service and the community work, man. That's what we're truly about. We're about service and community, and we're a Christian organization. We embrace all brothers, all shapes, size, forms, and colors. Even the noobs over there, we embrace them.
And
We
that's
know
and that,
when things times get tough, we know
that's
who
what
they
ruled
call on.
Chico out right there.
Does it rule me out?
Chico, let him do that.
Chico's over there doing the checklist. He's like, well,
He was feeling
look.
Nearly, he was doing process of elimination real quick,
Yeah.
wasn't he? Come on,
Don't
man.
text
Come
me.
on, Chico.
I gotta be left halfway
Chico
through.
text me and ask me is 1 out of 5 because he still make it. Like, no, Chico, they want 5 out of 5.
I went to the introductory meeting. Halfway through the meeting when they talk about all the requirements, I was like, well, time to go.
Man, I'm telling you, man. There's a lot of people call, but there's only a few that's chosen, man. So
That's right.
I was one of the chosen one, and I love it. It's the greatest thing I could have ever done.
Hey, they said something about crossing the burning sand. I was like, that don't sound too pleasant.
Ah, man, you be all right. Don't worry about that, man. I don't know what you're talking about, but man, I'll say it like this: everything worth having is you got to earn it, right?
Yeah.
There you go.
I love how fraternity members talk about their fraternity, and they be so vague sometimes, and you try to ask questions from the outside in, they like, you just it's like a verbal stiff arm.
I got one more story for you, Slash. Chico gonna come to me one day and say, "Man, that's all right. The Capitals wanted me to pledge." I said, "Hey, what made you say that?" He said, I spent the night with some of them. They sent me to the store to get the ice, so I know they wanted me."
Oh man,
I had to go drink. I had to go get the bill, so I know they wanted me.
Like, that's called a store runner.
I said, Chico, sadly, that's not how it works.
I said this for you, Chico. You got a lot of good friends, man. As long as you got a couple friends around you, man, you be all right, man. Ain't nothing wrong. Kappa's good guys too. They're great guys. So you gotta be on with a good friend, and I like to consider myself one to you too, brother. So you know how you be all right. Don't worry about nothing. You be all right. Just be careful with all that noise you made out that window, though. Just be careful.
I see.
Just take your time.
See, you probably would have been riding around with him looking for me after that one, right?
I mean, I just figured, he probably was sneezing or something, and he just was a part of the festivities and felt
that wasn't a good showing right there. That wasn't.
He was okay. He was okay. I mean, he was okay. He was all right. He was just a part of the festivities. It's the same.
That's right. That's all.
You made the right. At least you made the right sound. Let's just say that you made the right sound. You made the right sound.
That's what's up, man.
Chico, ask your question, man.
Yes, sir.
Man, I don't even know where I was going to go with that now. Dang. What was I going to ask? Let me see.
We were talking about the Colorado Sports Hall of Fame, and we was getting ready to go somewhere else on some other stuff.
It's a bunch of stuff we can go to. Colorado Sports Hall of Fame. We could talk about when you came into Colorado. We could talk about since then. But I know a lot of people are asking. Hey, I really got this ask in my comment section. Is Cordell Stewart joining the Colorado coaching staff?
I ain't get that phone call yet.
Now, I've heard recently or in the past you said if Coach Prime call, I'm there.
Oh man, come on. He know that. Neely know that too. That ain't no secret. I mean, what are we talking about here? That ain't no. I mean, come on, bro. Oh, here's a phone call away. Everybody got my number.
Mm-hmm.
So if I do get that phone call, dude, come on, man. You gotta ask a better question than that.
All right.
Come on, bro.
Hey, man. Hey, that's the second form of buff that it got on my question. Your center, Andrew, Coach Gerard, got on me and told me, "Hey, man, you got to do better, man. You got to do better, Chico.
Come on, man.
You got to do better."
Let me tell you something. Now, that was a, that may have been from what you read, but come on, man. Some stuff is just. It's almost like saying, my now favorite color is purple, royal purple. Like,
Mm-hmm.
oh,
Yeah.
I mean,
That's a
yeah,
given.
like apps. Come on, man. Come on, dude. That's oh, that's a. Let me say it this way. You know, Colorado has always been one of my most favorite places in the world, and that goes back to my recruiting trip to Colorado.
Mm.
I'm not going to even come to you about me being there for the 4 years I was there. I'm talking about just my recruiting trip. When I came on my recruiting trip, they said there was a blizzard. Rick George picked me up from the airport, by the way.
Mm.
Wow.
Our former AD. Yeah, he picked me up from the airport and brought me in. And I just remember, in New Orleans, we have our lights were yellow lights, but those lights were kind of orangish yellow on the highway. When you smell, it smelled different. Like, end up finding out it was pine trees and all that good stuff. And
Mm.
the evergreen trees and the air was really thin. Everything is just so fresh. Just
Yeah.
it just was different. I'm from New Orleans, so we below sea level, and I love my state, my city, and the best in the world when it comes to just a bunch of soulful, real, passionate, compassionate people. Um, but when I got to Colorado, they just said it just had a big snowstorm or whatever, and I just remember the snow was on the side of the road, whether it was piled up or on the grounds, out in the fields, up to about maybe 3 feet, maybe. And it was just sitting there. And I remember being on the highway and the streets were bone dry.
Mm.
Like, where they do this at? Right?
Mhm.
So as I'm driving and you come to the scenic route on 36, coming from the airport going west into Boulder, the highest point on 36, highest point is the scenic route. Off on the side, you can go and look to those, I guess, the binocular type little machine where you can go up there and
Oh yeah.
and you can see as far as you can. And Boulder's kind of in the valley, right at the tip of the foothills of the mountain, of the Flatirons over there.
Mm-hmm.
And so as I look up to the sky, we're up 5,000 plus feet in the air, and I don't know the difference because I'm on the ground. In my head, I'm on ground, so I don't know what
Mhm.
Yeah.
5,000 feet up in the
Yeah.
air is, other than being on an airplane. That's where my mind was. I didn't know things elevate as you go. You traveling across the world and you go into mountainy areas. I wasn't conscious of that. My geography and my world, earth science didn't work for me at that moment. I was just excited to be out of the state, and so I see the stars in the sky, and everything look like you can stick your hand out the window and touch everything, right? Because it's like
Mm.
it's just floating by an invisible wire or something. And then as we're going down on the scenic route, those stars look like they were eye level on the highway. And I said, Rick, I said, the stars are that low? He said, no, Cordell, those are lights in the houses and the mountains straight ahead. I said,
Oh
man,
damn.
well, if you don't know no better, right?
Yeah.
In New Orleans, nothing's hilly, everything's flat.
Yeah.
So there's a
Exactly.
cutoff point of where the stars sit and where the houses sit. Everything
Yeah.
is eye level. Well,
Right.
I'm in the mountain. I'm on the interstate. I don't know we're going up and down, other than me knowing that we're going up and down. But I don't know what it looks like because it's dark.
Mm-hmm.
And all I see that the stars continues into the mountains, or into that area that's eye level from where we were driving. I'm like,
Yeah.
Rick, I'm like, how does those stars continue? I'm like, yo, those say no, Cordell. Those are houses in the mountains with their lights on. I said, man. And from that point forward, dude, I became infatuated, with everything about Boulder, Colorado. Because when I wake up the next morning, I'm over right behind Red Robin, right there off of Arapahoe. I'm right behind Red Robin in the Clarendon. It's the Clarendon Hotel.
Arapahoe.
Right behind the Red Robin restaurant, burger spot. And I'm on the top floor, and I open up my window and I see the snow caps. Mind you, the Champion Center's not there. It's just the Dal Ward Center that
Mhm.
just was finishing being built. And you can see the snow caps, bro. And I'm sitting there like, yo, ain't no damn way. I only see this on postcards in the little rack at the convenience store, at
Mm-hmm.
7-Eleven, the Time Savers. We used to call our convenience store in the corner Time Savers, right? And the Paramount Pictures, when it comes on, you see it, and all of a sudden I walk through and campus and go in Coach Mack's office, and we go to Tony concert inside of the indoor track
Damn.
facility over at the field, man. We go, man, I got all kind of stuff going, dude. I'm like, shit, ain't no way.
Yeah.
Vance Joseph was my host. Met Darren Hagan. He was on crutches because he hurt his knee in that game, and Man, come on, bro. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, I get home, I had to call Coach Mack at the airport before I saw my daddy and dial 1-800-GO-BUFFS and commit it right there on site.
Mm.
Get
Yeah.
in the car, with my pops. He said, "How was the trip?" I said, "Dad, it was beautiful." He said, "What's going on?" I said, "What you do?" I said, "I committed." He said, "What you mean you committed?" I said, "That's why I'm going to school." He said, "How the hell you gonna go to school and I ain't got that kind of money to pay for it?" I said, "Daddy, no, 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 no. I'm on scholarship. They pay
Yeah.
for it."
Yeah. They got
He
me.
said, "They got me. Like all I got to do is just pack my stuff up and leave." He said, "All you need is a suitcase." I said, "I need probably a couple of them, some boxes." He said, "Don't worry about that. I got you." And then from that
I
point
got that
forward,
part.
I got that part. And then from that point forward, man, shit, I got to Colorado, man, and stayed with the late Charles Johnson
Yeah.
and stayed in his apartment with him and Eric Mitchell, one of the other receivers, and ended up getting a job working for Pepsi, stacking the shelves, bringing home $600-700 a week. And you
What?
know,
Y'all could
check
do that
stacking
back
shelves.
then?
Man, bro, man, yeah. That was 8 hour, that was a 40-hour job. I was working
They wouldn't
every
let us
day.
do that, dog. Bang.
Man, that's Boulder, Colorado now.
Yeah, that's
Nearly know that price tag up there. Man, we was making money. Nearly know that price tag up there in that part of the country, but that's Chico.
It ain't
got that
cheap.
Ain't no
paper.
bargaining, no friendly deals up there, my boy. That's
Mm.
Not a
money up
one.
there. Ain't no friendly. I mean, your friendly deal still gonna be more than what you want to pay,
Right.
or
Coming
you know
from the
what you
Particularly
top.
gonna
coming
pay,
coming
not
from
want to.
where we come
Yeah,
from.
Right.
from the MI cricket ladder, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And I was coming from New Orleans, which is next door.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
sir.
So
Hey,
you
hey,
heard my
Cordell, you
daddy's
talk about
question.
that you talking about them stars becoming aligned with the mountains. Let me tell them about where you from. Come on, I got a partner, best friend down your way. His mama stay in Kent on Felix Street,
And
and we in
Kenner,
her
I ain't say
driveway. And
Kenner.
the end of the street is the levee. We stand in the middle of her street, and
Yeah,
Chico, the boats go by higher than you.
yeah, yeah. He in line.
So like
No,
you will look at
seriously.
the end of the
Because the
street, and there's a boat that's higher than your head because the levee is keeping the
levy.
water out, and the boat is on
Wow.
top of the water, and so you looking up at the boat.
So that's real
It's
deal when those with the levies. It's
Yeah,
like
it's a bathtub. Yeah, you
like
like you in Boulder, you
dude.
in a valley. In New Orleans, you in a Super Bowl. Like the sides are higher than you.
damn.
Well, you notice when Katrina came, you notice how when the levee broke, where the flood went, because it went
Yeah.
to the lowest spot of the area, which was down in the city. The stuff in Kenner and Metairie didn't have those problems because the
Mm-hmm.
levee didn't break on that end. It broke down where the river was. And if
Mm.
you notice, they have everything built up. But truth be told, when you get past the levee, when you go back to New Orleans next time, Chico, and you go to the levee where the Natchez boat is, right there by the Riverwalk, and you
Okay.
look to the other side, you'll see that that's a levee. But when you see the levee, what you end up seeing is the roofs of the houses, which
Yeah.
means the ground of the houses is lower because the
Mm-hmm.
levee's stopping everything from spilling over into it. And that goes along the entire levee line throughout the entire state, down the river, the Mississippi River, going where it's going, everywhere. And so you're right, because it's funny you say that, Neely. When I go to the lakefront when my dad was around, or when I go back even now, it always felt like the water was higher. Like he was at any second it could come in your direction. But the only thing's holding it is how the ground is built up and the steps and everything and the levee is
Mm.
built up. So once that levee broke, when Katrina came, that's what the disaster was. The disaster wasn't necessarily per se, quote unquote, the rain per se. It's
Yeah,
just
one of
when
the
the
storms.
levees
Yeah.
Yeah,
broke, that's what destroyed everything, which was a
Right.
good bath and a good washing. I say that respectfully, because we end up renovating everything, man, and we're stronger than what we were before that.
absolutely,
Wow.
Yeah,
absolutely.
bro.
Dang.
Cordell, before we
Shouts
let
out.
you jump, man, let's talk this summer.
Yep.
Let's talk this fall because you know you got summer one, summer two coming up, conditioning June and July, and then August ball. What's
Yep.
your outlook for the Colorado Buffs this season to bounce back off of that 3-win season, particularly with some of the changes that Coach Prime has made, starting with him vetting each and every player that comes in and goes out?
Yeah, this is a tough climate for football, ain't it, man, when it comes to the transfer portal and expectations, but much given, much is required, right? As Coach Prime and I spoke when he first got the opportunity, I'm like, man, you get a hold of this thing, you can be sitting in a very nice seat as a coach throughout all college football. Your living situations is better than most. The institution, when it comes to the tradition and winners, the winning ways that we've had at a time where it's still relevant because of people like myself and the Chad Browns and the Deion Figures and the Hudsons and a lot of the guys, Rashawn Salam and the things that he's done. He can really have a chance to be successful. And Boulder is a tough get uh, when it comes to getting players to come there and want to be there. So you have to have a talent to allure people into that type of a place. It's a special place, man. It's not a community like an Alabama or like LSU in Baton Rouge, uh, to Auburn, right up the road from Alabama, to Florida State down in Tallahassee, Florida Gators. Like those are places that are natural places where you what it's going to be like. But Boulder's special, and if you can win there, you have a chance. I see you have Coach. Is Coach Brendan offensive coordinator? Is
Yeah.
that how you
Brendan
pronounce it?
Marion.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brendan
Yeah,
Mary. Yeah.
Coach Marion, he's a Pittsburgh guy. So I fell
Yep.
in love with that one. He's a straightforward dude. He's a passionate dude. I love to hear him talking to the players. I love to hear that his confidence is through the roof, which I think will quote unquote matriculate through the offense. They want to run the football. This go-go philosophy is great. And last but not least, the quarterback, you gotta love him to death. Truth be told. I met the kid when he was
Mm-hmm.
8, 9 years old. He and
Yep.
his dad over at Willie's and grabbed a bite to eat, and the kid's been wearing number 10 ever since, and
Yep.
been in connection with he and his dad through his run of trying to figure out where he wanted to go to middle school to high school, and just staying connected, and to see him being able to handle it the way he has. I'm really proud of him because that's kind of where it starts in the sense of leadership. Um, but I like how Coach Brendan is really doing a great job of applying that pressure to all positions on offense. He's asking the runner to be a runner. Run the ball. They talking about you. Run the ball, man.
Mm.
Stop waiting and run the ball. You know what I mean? Like get
Yeah.
there because we're gonna need that. That's what we do in the Big 12. Run the ball. Establish
Yeah.
the line of scrimmage because that's where it starts. It starts from the inside out, and your defensive coordinator, his passion and what he's instilling to those dudes, being relentless,
Mm-hmm.
and not being, not tolerating being mediocre to guys identifying that this is their football team. This is a player-friendly football team. You're hearing a lot of the veterans saying that kind of stuff. So, being that I'm not there, I'm there. I'm paying attention and I'm listening.
Mm.
Um, and messages on offenses are the messages on offense, and the messages on defense are the messages on defense. And when
Mm-hmm.
you can get that type of passion, Coach Prime just have to basically manage the entire ordeal. He don't have to
Yeah.
have his hand nowhere else. That's the Nick Sabans of the world,
Mhm.
the Bill McCartney's of the
Mm-hmm.
world. And when
Yep.
he injects himself into those different places, then that becomes a problem, right? Because you're not doing something right. That's how it's supposed to be done, and that's the way I think we're trying to get it done, and that's the way it's been. Uh, and it doesn't mean that the other coaches weren't good. It's just when you have high expectations, you got to make the moves to make it work.
Absolutely.
It's
Absolutely.
just that simple. It's not personal.
Mm-hmm.
So I can appreciate from afar the tenacity and the vigor of trying to find that and make it work. The unfortunate thing, again, I say, is the kids having this out to go other places because now when it comes to the developmental size, it becomes tough because some of the kids won't be around long enough because of
Yeah.
the access that they have and also the ability that the institution have to find other guys to come in to create that competitive environment so that these kids can work. And sometimes when you strike that match that one time, man, when it's hot, you got to go before it burn
Mm.
out. And it's no excuses because everybody's dealing with the same thing, right? I get the monies and all that kind of stuff, but hey, man, but we can't make excuses. We got to put it. We got to get it in. We got to coach faster, harder, and stronger, and do the best we can to try to make that thing work. And I like the moves that we're trying to make this thing work. And it's getting close, man. It's getting close. I'm just anxious to see because we coming in town here in Atlanta, and yeah, I'm gonna be there. Yeah, I'll be right there. I'm coming. Yeah,
That's
I am.
right.
I promise you, I am. You tell me no, I'm still coming. Still gonna be there. So, but I'm gonna be there.
And
So
and
I'm
and
looking
and
forward to it.
slash, you know how football goes. You never got the time you think you got. That week one in Atlanta will be here before you know it.
Let me tell you something, man. You do what you want to do. right?
Mm.
You know, you talking about time. You make time if you want. If you want to do it, you make time. If you want to make something happen, you do it. You know, I ain't missing that one. You know what I'm saying? It could be here tomorrow. I can wake up is here. Just have my ticket, so I can be right there next to you. I want to see it
Yeah.
all, right there up close, right here in town, up close and personal. Because I need to see 10 do his thing, man. Because he's coming
Yeah.
home, and I think he's gonna. It's gonna be a high. It's gonna be a high level of volume of asks when it comes to coming to this city. Because Coach Prime, you know, he's an Atlanta man. They love him here.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
man gonna be bombarded, but they ain't got nothing to do with me. I better get mine. You understand me? I'm saying it now. Better get
Yeah.
mine because I'm gonna be right there. You heard what I
Yeah.
said. So
And, hey, in fact, Herman over in the media said to get at you. He said been trying to reach you.
you got my number, give it to him. Tell him text me. I'm right here. I ain't going nowhere. Hey, I'm right here, man. Y'all know how to find me. I got my number. Shoot, I'm right here. I don't know. I'm coaching. I'm moving around too, but I know that week. We right there,
Yeah,
Neely.
I got you.
I might
Right
have
there
a
in
little
the
purple on. It's gonna be.
ATL.
I'm having a little purple on. It's gonna be all right, Neely. You gonna be okay with that?
Oh man, well I ain't gonna have no red on, but
There you go.
it'll be
You
all
did
right.
not have no red. I was waiting to see what you gonna say. You
No,
knew.
no, hey, I learned year one, week one, no red in the
Come on,
building.
man. Come on, man. Come on, man. I get it. Sometimes we got certain months that requires you can do that kind of stuff, but respectfully, just based on history,
Yeah.
you can do it when you want to, but just around the building, please, if you don't mind. It's
No
all
red,
good. It's
dog.
all good.
No
It's all
red.
good, man. And hey, look, that was at one time my most favorite color of all. And I know Neely is in your blood. You can't help it. It's
Hey,
tough.
Brendan Maris said the same thing. He's like, neither ain't no red in the building. I said, no, man, that's the rules right here. No red in the building.
Hey
He said,
man,
I
and
be rocking red though, man. He said, I go on.
trust me. And I know I can't wear them. For obvious reasons, I know.
Yeah.
Man, you
Double
be my
double
favorite,
time on you.
bro. So where I'm at with it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
but at the end of the day, man, it's we looking good from afar. It's all about putting up against somebody else, man. And um, I like the business at hand the approach that we have from afar, seeing it, and it's looking good. And there's no pressure on 10. It's just we know he's the lead, but we got to get the people around him to do their part. And I'm anxious to see this offense, though. To be honest with you,
Mm-hmm.
I'm anxious to see how that looks because if we could score at will, like Coach said, there's really no guys out here playing a certain position. It's all about you being able to get the ball and score.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
When I heard that, I was like, you know what? He got it. He gets it. He gets it.
Yeah.
Because you win better with numbers, right? You win better with numbers, and everybody can feel that way about how Coach Brendan broke that thing down. Offensively and defense, I'm serious. I love that energy. That coach does not let up on I don't know the coach. I don't know his name that well, uh, respectfully, but he's really doing a phenomenal job. I know he got a raise. I think he got moved up, and he's doing a really good. I'm following everything, man. I do
Coach
the best I
Marv, I
can
think
to
you're
stay
talking
on.
about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Coach Mark
I do.
DC.
Yeah, I do everything I can to stay immersed into what we got going on over there, just to see the energy, because everything is about energy too, right? And I ain't talking
Mm-hmm.
about false enthusiasm type energy either. I'm talking about the kind that's really about putting in the work and everybody running to their drills and excited about playing football. See, a lot of people sometimes say when you get to the National Football League, it's work. It never was work for me.
Mm.
Never. The game never was work. I
Mm.
had a chance to play a childish game to get paid for it.
That's right.
Mm.
I mean,
Mm.
if you got to the point where you was disgusted, I had to stay away from you. Now that didn't mean I was laughing and giggling because it hurt you
Well,
when we didn't succeed. But
I
at
know
the end
I
of the
know how you
day, this is
feel,
a childish
Slash.
game.
You got paid to play a childish game. I get paid to work with a child, and so
How about
I
that? There you go. There you go. And that's what it's
You don't
about,
work
man. You
with
gotta enjoy
yourself.
doing what
What
you're
you
doing.
talking?
That's a good one, Chico. That's a
He
good
working
one,
with
Chico.
himself over here. What the hell wrong with Uncle Neely?
Trust me, Neely tell you he can do it all by himself. He was just comfortable mind. He'll talk to himself and answer.
so will.
He'll
Neely, what
talk
you
to
doing?
himself and he
Nothing. What
answer.
you want to do today? Whatever you want to do.
Yes,
Talk to
sir.
himself
Yes, sir.
and answer. Damn.
And answer.
Slash,
You
man, we
ask the question.
appreciate you coming through, man. Know you got to get your
Look, he
golf
want to end
tournament
the
in
interview
swing
now,
on, your
Slash. He
club
want to end the
getting worked
interview
on.
now, Slash. No, Slash. He want to end the interview now.
Come on, interview. Come on, man. Ask a question. Come on, man. I
It's
ain't
all
going
right.
nowhere.
Man, look,
Nah,
Chico go ask you something about purple again or something. He ain't got
he
nothing.
gonna be all right. Just you all right, Chico? You good, right? Where you at,
I
brother? Don't worry
appreciate
about
it.
all that, man. Yeah, man, you good. You got
Hey,
enough good guys around you. You be all right.
I like to say I'm affiliated. You feel me?
Yeah,
Instead of
you
being,
got some people that you know. Just say it like that. I like that word. I like to say it
I
like that.
grew
It's
up
a little
I
safer.
grew up in the neighborhood, but I didn't join the
There you
gang.
go.
That's all.
That's right. That's all. That's
You know,
all.
my
But you,
brothers
you
and
know,
them.
as
You
long
know,
as you got brothers. Okay, your brothers are okay. Well, so yeah,
yeah,
you're around the family. You're around the family.
that's right.
You
Shout out
always
to
be all
all
right. Ain't
shout
nothing
out to
never
all my
happened to you.
coaches. You know what I mean? Coach Daryl Pearson, Coach Merlees Gilbert, Coach RIP Jerome Harper, Coach
There you
Mark
go.
Hurt, and I could keep going. Coach Keith Davis, who's probably listening right now in Montgomery, Alabama. Shout out to
That's right.
y'all, man.
That's right. Good
Coach,
guys. A bunch of great guys. You're around a bunch of great guys. Great guys.
yeah.
Great wholesome
One of
men.
Before I go, one of them ran up on me,
Look at that.
Coach
Look at that.
Cordell.
Look at that screen. Look at the screen. Look at the screen. You see that
You
right
might
there?
need to take that off the
Look
screen
at
right
so.
there.
He says, "Let me see. Hold on. Let me see what I got. Hold on. Hold on.
Here we go. Divine Nine Wars going on up in here now.
Let me see.
There you go.
Let's see what I got here.
There you go.
Aya.
What can I throw up?
Vice Lord.
No. You good. Just stay right there. You get right there. Just wave and say hi. You good, brother.
Man, let me go, dog. Let me go.
he
Let me
be
get
on
mine
here.
in.
He be on his stacking talking about Selma this, Selma that.
Oh, shit. Come on, man. All good,
See,
baby.
Slash, I tried to let you go before the foolishness started, but
man.
No, that's what make it good, baby. It's the foolishness. If you ain't got some of that,
Praise
you ain't got
Lord.
nothing. You
Oh
gotta
my
create some
God.
balance. They call that balance, Neely. They call that balance. You gotta have some foolishness
Man,
in there now.
I haven't heard that in so long. Vice Lord. Shout out to all my people in Chi-Town.
See,
You know what I mean?
It's a great city,
Vice
though.
Lord.
That's a great city, though.
Hey, man. Cordell, you want to give any shout outs before you go, man?
Oh man, I just want to give a shout out to both you guys, Chico and Neely, for doing a great job keeping the fan base abreast on what's popping up there in Colorado. I hear you guys having a fight with some fans thinking you're a homer when it comes to giving information, but you're only doing the best you can with telling the truth. And sometimes the truth hurts. And of course, when you come on a platform that supports the program, you're gonna tell the truth. But you ain't about to sit up here and tell a lie either.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people like to lie and create false narratives that has nothing to do with what's really going on. And when you know what's really going on, you have a level of transparency that creates a little balance, right? Because
Right.
But
seeing it from afar doesn't mean that you're wrong or you're right, but sometimes transparency does help. So I just want to say y'all boys do a great job, man, and it's appreciated.
appreciate that, brother. Appreciate that. Much love,
Yeah,
man.
man.
Cordell Stewart, no stranger to the morning run, and we'll be back before the season starts. And of course, if nothing else, is going to be back as we get ready for that Georgia Tech matchup because he will be there.
Hiya. Don't you do it?
I
Don't you
know.
do it?
Do it, Chico.
No.
No. I'm good. It's Q's out here too, Unc. You can run up over here, Hawaii. Appreciate you, Cordell.
It gotta be rough for a Joker to be on vacation to whoop your ass.
That's tough. Don't
Catch
let him do
me.
you like that, Chico. Chico, we gonna end this right now because I ain't gonna let him keep getting you like that, Chico. I'm gonna get off here. Love y'all boys. Y'all be good.
Appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate it.
Already. Indeed.
/ Stewart, the one and only, the legend. Joining us right here, man.
I just got one question, Chico.
I almost threw that thing up, dog, but nah.
I saw it. I got one question. I got one question.
What?
What the hell is wrong with you, man?
What's wrong? What I did?
Hey, you know how when your mama never have company and she acted like everything fine and she let company go, all right, y'all, okay, we talk to y'all later.
As soon as that door
All right,
closed.
as soon as that door closed, boy, but whoop your ass.
Hey,
what I
dog.
tell you back like that in front of company?
No, dog. When they had the Martin Luther King Day parade out here in Hawaii, that's when you can go down to Waikiki and watch the parade. That's when all the black folks come out. Like, you're like, damn, I didn't know this. I didn't know there was. Did they fly in for this? How is that? And then you see all the Divine Nines come. Like, damn, is that many AKAs here? So, anyway, as long as story short, the Qs come by.
You start neck scratching, looking around.
Boy, it took everything in me not to hit him with the. I hit him with some. It was too many of them, dog. It was too many of them. It was about a good 40 of them. If it would have been 10, I probably would
But,
have.
but here's what I want you to understand, Chico. Once again, you said
It's
it took
love.
everything in me not to, and then you just did it.
I can't do it. I can't say. I can do
You
it right
just
here.
did it. Yeah, you just did. You said, man, it took everything in me not to. You just did it.
Yeah. Not like that, though. You got to do a little bit more passion. You can say, I can walk around and say, I. But if you say, then that's something different, right?
You just did.
But I'm Big Dog. That's my big dog bark. I'm affiliated. I'm affiliated with the Crips. I can wear blue, but I can also wear red if I want to, because I'm affiliated. I'm not a part. Right? My dog's in the chat, man.
Pick a better joker to partner with. The Kappas recruited him. The affiliate with the Qs. The Vice Lords claim him.
I think it said Vice Lords.
But you got the back of my ears hurt laughing at you, man.
Oh, that was so goddamn funny, dog. He said Vice Lord. You just don't know. It was about
but you started looking around for something to throw up. You was like,
yeah, I was going to throw up something.
Joker here. Hey, man, only on the morning run. Y'all know to check in with us during the off season, 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. But turn those notification bells on because we can always have a pop-up show here and there, particularly when we get into the month of May. And it's a straight up down period for the coaches and staff and players as far as being in Colorado. And so we'll be having a lot of player interviews coming at you for May. Some of them may not necessarily be on the Monday, the Wednesday, or the Friday. So notification bells on. Subscribe to both networks because more Prime parents coming. As Big Dog Chico eases toward 35. We still got the live Q&A with Coach Prime getting scheduled. So, man, it's a lot coming at you. It's summer, but we're going to still hit you with some of this and some of that.
That was the Uncle Neely outfit when he used to wear to school. Some of this, some of that.
No, that was my uncle. That was my uncle's dogs.
Oh, man.
What? That's a bloodhound? It pure? No, that's a summer. What's a summer? You got some of this and some of that in it.
Yeah.
No pure breed dogs around here.
Y'all got me crying, dog.
Oh,
But Rhonda said, "Help Chico." Hey, I can see Chico running.
She can see you running
flip
flops.
No things flopping.
Hey man, unlike other self-proclaimed Colorado Buffalo shows, we love our chat. We love our fans. Y'all not Ken dolls to us. Y'all real people.
Oh man, that is super funny, dog. Hey, before we end the show though, man, let's damn, I don't even know how I could transition to this.
Do something.
Let me see. Okay. All right. Real quick. First of all, appreciate everybody in the chat. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Let us know where you're checking in from. We appreciate y'all hyping this video up once we're done. Stay tuned for much more. Also, this weekend, I'll be filming this weekend. I got invited to actually work linebacker for the Colorado Buffaloes, Leonga LaFalls. His 4th annual foundation football camp is this Saturday.
That's great.
And so I'll be headed up to the North Shore Kahuku to get some footage, and I'll be actually running a station there. You know how they do at the camps? They have each station have coaches there. Station.
We call it county fair, country fair. Go around and around. Yeah.
So I'll be running the station now. I thought you was gonna say something funny like, "Oh, I know the station you gonna be running."
I didn't say your station is gonna be worth a damn. I just said I know what you're talking about. First of all, the station only take about 5 minutes. Your ass gonna spend 2.5 explaining the drill.
So look. Hopefully, my metal glasses will be in by then because I envision some great footage out there. You know, from the POV of Big Dog Chico, Coach Chico. That's how I'll be out there on this Saturday. So stay tuned for that. Yeah.
That's good stuff.
And then I want to give send prayers up to our main man, Adam Mustard Tiger. And it's online saying that meal train for Adam and Liz Mustard Tiger. Adam and Liz, pull it up right here so you guys can see that. Give a shout out and support to our guy, Adam Mustard Tiger. Of course, friend of the show, a guest of the show
good
right
dude.
Here. Great guy.
I'm not aware of what happened though. One of them.
Yeah, me neither. I just saw this online. I saw Coach Prime retweet it also. But if prayers are needed and prayers up, then we definitely
you get them from us. Yeah, we're gonna pray now.
So appreciate you guys out there. Y'all put a prayer in the chat and show support to Adam Mustard Tiger and Buff Nation out there. Let them know that y'all supporting them. Games going on. That's the updated schedule right there. Like we said, we're gonna be in Atlanta facing Georgia Tech. That's gonna be a big game. Can't wait for that one. So before we go to
I gotta hit those NBA scores from last night before we go. Let y'all know the latest. Cavaliers and Raptors are tied up 2-2. The Spurs, Wemby was able to come back in time like Chico predicted. Spurs 114, Trailblazers 93. Spurs are leading that 3-1. Celtics continue to stiff arm and separate from the 76ers, 128-96. That series is 3-1. And of course, the Rockets finally win one at home. Is going back to LA. Rockets won 115-96. That series is 3-1 Lakers as well. Tonight, you got Pistons and Magic with Orlando leading 2-1. You got Thunder and the Suns, and of course, the Thunder up 3-0. And Timberwolves Nuggets, and Timberwolves are up 3-1 in that series. So it's winding on down.
Yes, indeed. NBA playoffs, and you guys looking to bet, get in on the action, parlays, prop bets, whatever it is, y'all make sure y'all go to mybookie.ag. That's mybookie.ag and use the promo code BIWGDOW. That's Big Dog, where you can go in there and get all the extra bonuses and things of that nature when you sign up. So we appreciate y'all supporting and thank y'all for coming out for another episode of The Morning Run. Make sure y'all go to also, speaking of support, our sponsors. Make sure
the beautiful Boulder Broker Inn. If you
go.
get them on the phone or make that reservation, make sure you let them know Uncle Neely sent you. At least do it at check-in. Can't do it at check-out now. At least do it at check-in. No, they're going to take 20% off of your stay.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. Rick James.
Yeah. Denise Smith. Down since day one. We love us some Denise Smith. Go to that site, DeniseSmithInsurance.com. That's a new site, DeniseSmithInsurance.com. Or you just out there in the 303, get on the phone, 303-343-3515, because you got to protect what matters most. And she's going to help you do that, whether it's life, home, auto, boat, financial planning, insurance discussions, whatever advice you need. Denise Smith, 303-343-3515.
Yes, sir. With the bless, sir. If y'all want some of that merch, y'all, go to uncandchico.myshopify.com. That's where you can go and get you some. Each and every day, we're available right now. Limited merch available, but what's on there is on there. Once it's gone, it's gone. If you want to go get it, go there right now, uncandchico.myshopify.com, and go get you some. And also, if you don't know, now you know.
And quick updates as well, Chico, as we wrap. You had mentioned it earlier. Some of the camp invites that have taken place. Zay McGill has been invited to camp by the Broncos. Amari McNeil has been invited to camp by the Panthers and Kansas City. And you got Keaton Wade, edge rusher, invited to camp by Kansas City, as well as Salter, quarterback, invited to Tennessee. Some of the guys who signed undrafted free agents out of Colorado, Big Bonds, New York Giants, Sincere Brown, San Diego Chargers, and Arden Walker, Minnesota Vikings, with Preston Hodge. Man, Jacksonville is becoming Boulder South.
That's a pipeline right there.
Jacksonville, and my man, Black Jesus, Scoot out of Mississippi, Xavier Hill, going up to New York, but to the Jets.
Black Jesus, Black Jesus. Where art you, Black Jesus? Black kicker, Black kicker. I just heard an interesting fact. The Broncos had the first ever black kicker in the NFL, and he was booming over 50 yarders. So shouts out to the Broncos. I forget the black kicker's name, but just so happened to be right there in Denver, Colorado. Black kicker, black kicker. And now there's another one in Boulder. But those are the camp invites right there that Unc just called out to you guys. All right.
Kyle, I like my now. I'm in the mix. My bad, Jewel. You're right. LA Chargers.
Did you say San Diego?
I probably did. If he say I did, I ain't got time to go back and forth over it.
Yeah, it happens. Hell, I was talking about offensive lineman the other day, and I said defensive line, protecting the left side of Shedeur Sanders. So it happens.
Man, I was talking about University. Memphis said Memphis State because it was Memphis State when I was growing up. Hell,
Goddamn Memphis State. All right, guys, we appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for putting your city, your state, your country in the chat and joining us on this episode, on this
shout out
great
to everybody
Monday
who put the
episode.
prayers up for Adam too. We saw that y'all dropped a lot of those prayers up for Adam and his family. If we get an update, we'll let y'all know.
427, 26. It's going down in a major way. This has been another episode of the Morning Run, TMR Live with UNK and CHICO. This is going to be our final landing of the plane. Boom. Cross check.
Flight attendants prepare for cross check.
Until next time, we're going to be up and about. Peace and melody. Shake. Best damn show on the internet. And you talk about sports and shit.
And that's even with Chico. So just think how good it'll be if he didn't show.
That's a lie.
Well, I thought.
Yeah.